Hey guys, my name is Tim Schmoyer and it's Tuesday, time to look at some online video news from last week and talk a little bit about what it means for those of us who are video creators. But before I jump into that, I have a very exciting announcement, at least it's exciting for me anyway. YouTube invited me to fly out to their headquarters next week and become certified in their audience growth certification program. It's in beta, it's closed, it's not really open to the public. In fact, I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to be talking about it, but pretty sure they didn't tell me I couldn't. So I will be out at YouTube headquarters in San Francisco next week going through this whole certification training program, and I am expecting it to be super awesome. But while I am out there, I want to see if I can get an opportunity to talk with someone at YouTube answering some of your questions. I know we do our Thursday Q&As every week here on the Video Creators channel, but I would like to see if I can get actually some YouTube people to answer some of your audience growth, audience development questions while I'm out there. So comment below with those, or if you want to send me a video to actually show them, like on my iPad or something, of you asking your question. There's a link in the description text below this video where you can do that, and hopefully we can have like a really long Q&A session with YouTube. I don't know if they're allowed to do that kind of thing or even talk, but I would like to at least take your questions out there so I have them in case they're willing and able to do that. On to the news from last week. Let's start with YouTube's very own Creator Academy course that they're releasing for free. It's a 2-week course that launches on June 3rd, and they will teach you how to rack up subscribers, how to make your channel a destination for global visitors that come and visit all the time. They want to teach you how to make your channel look good across all platforms. They want to give you all the essential building blocks you need to really grow your audience and develop solid content here on YouTube. This is the type of thing that I'm expecting would normally cost a lot of money, but YouTube is really wanting to invest into you because honestly, if you do better, then they make more money, and so do you, so, you know, everyone kind of benefits from this. I haven't been through it yet. I'm definitely signed up and looking forward to going through it, and if you would like to do it as well, there's a link in the description text below this video here on YouTube where you can go sign up and get the email notifications as soon as that course goes live, giving you free access to that and forums and community that they are building around this content as well. So go check that out. And also, YouTube slipped in a new little analytic into our YouTube analytics. Maybe you've noticed that now there is the devices tab, which is marked like it's in beta, which most likely probably is, but now it shows you which devices people are actually watching your video content on, like desktops or mobile devices or gaming, consoles, tablets, televisions, and more. And you can even drill down into each one of those to see which platforms people are watching on. For example, are they watching it on PlayStation or an Xbox or an iOS or an Android? You can kind of see exactly where your engagement is coming from and which devices, which is really super helpful, right? Because now you have some tools that you need to know how to craft your videos so that they perform the best on whichever platform people are engaging on your stuff on. Like, for example, if everyone's watching on a tiny mobile phone, you probably want to take tiny text into consideration. Like you probably can't read that right there right now. Or if most people are watching your stuff on a television, it's a lot more difficult for people to comment and interact, and they certainly can't leave video responses. So that might determine how you tweak your content to really engage your viewers in different ways, maybe asking them to engage on their mobile device while they're watching on television or something like that. If you produce gaming content here on YouTube, you may have noticed that Nintendo is going on like a spree and claiming advertising on as many of their videos that features their content as possible. And they can do this because they technically do own all legal rights and copyright to the game footage that you are displaying. However, it's also ticking off a lot of you guys because you're like, hey, I put the work into playing this game. I created this content. I put it up there. Heck, it's free. I can't talk. Free publicity for Nintendo. There's a great article on Wired about how Nintendo might actually be playing with fire by claiming ads against your content that you're uploading. I'll put a link to it in the description text below if you want to go check it out. While Nintendo might be playing with fire, I want to remind you guys again that you are also playing with fire if you are uploading copyrighted material to YouTube that you do not have express written permission to upload and distribute. While it may not be smart for Nintendo and other video game companies to take these types of actions against your content, they can, and Nintendo is showing that they will, and you have no legal recourse to get back all the advertising revenue, all the hard work and time and energy you put into making that content. It just poof, goes to someone else and there's nothing you can do about it. Even if your video clearly falls under fair use guidelines, YouTube and Nintendo are not going to take you to court to figure it out. Nintendo's just going to place a claim against it, and you can fight against it all you want, but at the end of the day, they don't really care, and if you take them to court, well, fine, but it's going to cost you way more money to get that whole thing straightened out than it would be if you would just take some legal precautions to make sure that your content is in the clear from the very beginning. And finally, let's talk about growing your subscriptions here on YouTube. Last week, YouTube announced that they have over 100 hours of video content uploaded to this website every single minute. If that's not a crowded space to try to get noticed, I don't know what is. As the quantity of uploaded video content continues to grow, it also seems like the number of subscribers who are actively subscribing to channels is actually growing too, even though some of us might not be experiencing that. What I'm looking at is I look at like Smosh, and they just recently passed 10 million subscribers. What's interesting is that this time last year, Smosh only had 4.5 million subscribers, which means that within the past year, they have picked up more subscribers than they did their 6.5 years prior. If they keep growing at this rate, in 2 months, they will have 20 million subscribers. But what's encouraging to me is that Smosh isn't the only channel that's gaining subscribers. In the past 4 months, 8 other channels have passed that 1 million subscriber mark. So it seems like a rising tide rises all boats. Is that the analogy? Main point is that YouTube's increased focus on that subscribe button and designing the one channel design and everything around that button and the guide seems to be working. It looks like people are more likely to actively subscribe and that is growing at a very rapid, high pace. But I'd love to hear from you guys if you think that's what's actually contributing to these top channels growing, or you feel like they're just kind of taking off and everyone else is just kind of being left behind and that the big guys are getting bigger. But, you know, what do you guys think is actually going on there? I'd love to hear from you. Comment below, and if this is your first time hanging out, welcome. I'd love to have you subscribe, because every week we talk about this type of stuff, online video news, what it means for you guys who are online video creators, and then on, let's see, what do we do next? On Wednesdays we do YouTube tips and ideas for you, and then on Thursdays we do YouTube Q&A, where I just do my best to answer a question that one of you guys has about audience development or YouTube or whatever. So subscribe to get all that and more that's coming up. Oh, we have a couple live Hangouts coming up as well, so subscribe, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. See you then. Bye.